The following portion of Daytime is sponsored by Lundy Koch Martino.
Couples getting a divorce may request alimony in order to get paid by their partner and make sure that each spouse has enough money to live on their own. State laws determine how alimony works. And joining us to explain the process is Michael Lundy, managing partner at Lundy Koch Martino. Michael, thanks for coming back. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us. Good morning.
So can you touch briefly on what alimony is and who can request it?
Alimony is support that is paid from one spouse to the other spouse, sometimes during the pendency of a case and sometimes following the conclusion of a case. Either spouse can request alimony to the extent that they need it in order to meet their expenses, but it can be limited by various circumstances.
Are there different types of alimony?
There are about half a dozen different types of alimony. Some are short term, some are longer term, and some are kind of more of a moderate term. And that will all depend on a variety of circumstances, including the economic disparities in a marriage, the length of the marriage, and the need for the support.
What are some of the factors that a judge considers when alimony is requested?
A judge will consider how long the marriage has actually been in place. A judge will consider the lifestyle that the parties enjoyed during the marriage, and the judge will consider the various financial circumstances of the parties at the conclusion of the case, such as how much they're going to be receiving in assets, what they make at their jobs, childcare responsibilities, things of that nature.
Are there other options besides trial to resolve alimony disputes?
The main option is settlement, and we encourage that in the vast majority of our cases, and it's something that we're able to achieve probably more than 95% of the time. Trial is really something people should think of as a last resort.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. The first step that somebody who's looking into this should take is what?
Talk to a lawyer.
Talk to a lawyer, and then you can guide them, you can school them basically on everything that you just told me.
Absolutely. And you really want to decide how much any issue in a divorce case is worth truly fighting over. Most of the time, there's a compromise to be made, and it's in everybody's best interest to resolve these things amicably and without having to go to trial.
And nobody wants a long, drawn-out process. Is this something that you find can usually be resolved pretty quickly?
Well, lawyers define quickly a little differently than lay people, but generally, yes, it is something that should be resolved fairly quickly.
Okay. And for anyone who might need your help with alimony or really any other family law matter, what's the best way to reach you?
The best way to reach us is by phone, 813-254-8998, or via our website at olalaw.com.
All right. Michael Lundy, as always, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And a reminder, for more information, you can visit olalaw.com or call the number that Michael mentioned, 813-254-8998. Daytime will be right back.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by Lundy Koch Martino.